All right. We are here joined with a beautiful individual today. She is so beautiful and I love her energy. We have on our podcast today Jessica Carla.
Thank you so much for inviting me. I'm so excited to
I
be
know.
here.
Oh my gosh. So I've been following her for a while and we're going to get into it. She just got some bomb clothing line, bomb, everything. Her energy is great. So we're going to jump right into it as we always do. Tell us what's the inspiration behind your clothing boutique?
I think the inspiration is definitely going to be women in business. Any professional, to me, it's always about staying with the trends, but also looking professional all at the same time. Yes. I love very timeless pieces, 100%. Something that's going to last this professional woman a couple years before she's done with it.
Yes, and you see, she didn't came in here with the bed. Look at the outfit, super cute.
Thank you.
So what motivated you to get into the industry? Like, what were you always into fashion, or what motivated you to start your business?
It's funny because growing up, I always told my mom and my family, I'm going to be a model. And then as the years went by and things, you go through journeys and different things. I was like, I think I turned about 20, 21. And I told my mom, you know what? I think one day I'm going to I didn't do modeling. I didn't do any of that. But I think I'm going to do a clothing store. Like my goal in life is going to be to have a clothing store. And here we are.
I love that. Yeah. So when did you start your business?
I started my business. The idea came about that I was going to launch it and do it was late 2018. And then I launched it in 2020 during the pandemic.
Okay, so how was that? Tell us about that. Because I started my business in 2022, so I want to know what your journey was.
So my journey started May 2020. Just a couple months before that, I started planning for it and executing everything. And in Fresno, we weren't doing a lot of pop-ups. We weren't doing a lot of it was COVID. We were locked down. So I resorted to Modesto, Merced, anywhere where I can sign up for a pop-up, whether it was free or I had to pay for it. I didn't care if it was raining. I didn't care if it was foggy. I still have so much love for my business, and I know it has so much potential that I was like, if I have to drive an hour away, I'm going to do it. And I met so many wonderful people. That's when I began growing my network, was in North. Yeah, like Modesto and then all those communities.
Yeah, I think that's really important, like expanding your network for sure.
Yeah.
The fashion industry is known for competitiveness. How did you establish a unique brand identity? Because you different. I'm feeling it.
Yeah, I am a little different. One, because I think my styles are different. One, I'm not a size 0. I'm not a size 1. And I'm a mom. Like, let's keep it real. Like, our bodies change. We're different. But we still want to look cute. We still want to look professional. We still want to look, continue with the trends. So I think that sets me apart. And the fact that I'm also a makeup artist and I can upsell my client with that when they're like, well, I'm trying to go to a quinceañera or a gala. I'm like, oh, just by the way, that's my upsell.
Yeah. So I got you on your. Let me
I
get your outfit together.
Selfie ready from head to toe.
Head to toe. We didn't even start with that. What's your business name? So tell everybody what your business name is.
It's Selfie Ready. So selfie with the C for cat. I always tell everybody that because they want to spell it the traditional way, but since early, I can't even tell you how long it's been, but I have Snapchats of me like in college in front of the mirror, and then I would write out the word selfie with the C. So it's just been a word that I've loved. And then in 2018, when I was coming up with the name, it was either going to be Selfie Made or Selfie Ready. And Selfie Ready resonated more because people are always like, you're always ready. You're always, I get that all the time. They're like, you have kids and everything, but you're always like, just stressed up. So I was like, ready sounds a lot better.
I love that. I love that. So let's talk about trends because, with Instagram and with TikTok and all that stuff, stuff is always changing. How do you stay up to date with different trends? Because they're always changing.
They're everywhere too. So I feel like I do a lot of I just use my resources, to be honest. I use my resources such as Kim K is a big one.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you already know what's going to be popping,
Right.
you know, because she's out there promoting it. So I feel like Pinterest is a big one. Instagram is huge. So I follow a lot of influencers. I love their content. So as soon as I see something different, something new that I like, because I have to like it too.
Right.
In order for me to sell it, I have to love the item or the trend or the look. That way I can play with it and show the consumer how to use it.
Right.
So yeah, that's my take on trends. Is I stay on Instagram. I stay on TikTok sometimes. I'm not a big TikTok girly.
Yeah, me neither. It's too much.
Yeah,
all these platforms is too much. I'm
yeah.
like, I got Instagram, I got you.
Yes, but most definitely Pinterest and Instagram are my number one.
Yeah, Pinterest is definitely a big platform for that,
Huge.
for sure. Can you share some insights on your process of curating, like your styles and selecting clothing? Because I know for like other entrepreneurs out there that want to start a clothing line and probably don't know where to start, I know my idea, but tell me what that looks like for you.
Can you repeat that again?
With curating like your
style.
line, your style, your line, selecting like different products for your line.
Okay, perfect. So curating like certain styles or collections, I most definitely always go with, a lot of my customers don't like to show their arms. A lot of my customers have to have maybe some stretch. Some of my customers they're a little bit more on the conservative side because a lot of them are moms, so they feel a little, I kind of already know and can gauge what they like. So I base it on that. So if I find a dress that has, I actually just brought a dress. I think it's gorgeous. It's very on trend with the holidays. It has a high slit, but it's sleeveless.
Okay.
So it has not moved like the rest of my stuff has, because a lot of my customers don't like that. So now I have to get creative. That's part of the business too, is getting creative. Is I already bought this. I already invested into it. So now I'm going to find a way that they can still wear it.
So styling it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
So
then
you can still do
showing them,
this?
and then showing them how to style it.
I love that. I think that's something like with someone coming into the industry that's very important to learn how to like style this stuff. Because a lot of people, they're like, okay, I'm going to start a boutique, but I'm just going to buy some clothes and throw it out there. And they don't think that like, I got to style it in a visual piece of it. And I have a background in marketing. And so I had clients that would do boutiques and stuff like that. And their idea is like, okay, I'm just going to go like on Alibaba and stuff like that and just buy up a whole bunch of stuff. But they don't think like, okay, well, people are visual. Like you have to see it. Like you just can't do a flat lay online or just show me what it looks like on a hanger. Like I need to see what it looks like. So I can be like, okay. And I like that you particularly zoning on like the thicker girls. Like so I know a lot of boutiques, like they'll buy, like I want to see stuff and I'll be like, okay, ooh, that's cute, girl. And I'm gonna get it. And I go in there, I'm like, a large, what am I gonna do with that? What am I gonna do with a large? Sis, extra large over here on some things. A large, I might be able to fit in some things, but if it's form fitting, I'm gonna need a little extra large or stuff like that.
I think that's something else that us boutique owners have to deal with is the way that they sell us, and we have to learn to work with it. So everything comes in a bundle, small, medium, and large.
Okay,
if
gotcha.
you want to buy extra large, it comes as a bundle with the plus size. It'll come XL, 2XL, and 3XL, and it's hard.
It's hard, yeah, because
so
some stuff might not move if you buy because you have all the sizes. So then you're stuck with these sizes.
Yeah, so you're stuck with maybe like all your three. Like in my experience, it's like all the 3X will be left over, and I won't buy those. 2XLs kind of move, but XLs will for sure move. But at that point, you're breaking even, and we're in business to make money, not break even, right? So at that point, you gotta. It sucks because I do want to cater to everybody.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
You know, you got to get creative with what you do and how you buy it, and
Yeah. Do you have any tips on like when you have those sizes that don't move? Like, is it just a loss or?
I try to make at least my money back.
Okay.
And I like to so I have this rack, and it's called single AF rack.
Ooh,
and what that means
it.
is that maybe a certain collection or a certain style, there's only smalls left, or there's only the 3XLs left,
Okay.
or maybe there's one, like that's it. That's just one dress
piece.
of that. Yeah. So that's why I call it the single AF, right? Because it's just that one piece, and maybe it's not restocking anytime soon, or it's restocking but not till the next season. So everyone loves my single AF rack because that's when I try to at least break even. So I'll sell it for either my cost or a little bit more to make up for the bag and the tissue paper and my time.
Yeah.
And people love it. People love it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I love that. See, if you're trying to start a boutique.
Yeah, I just get creative.
There's an idea for you.
Yeah.
Okay, so when we're talking about building a customer base, yours is phenomenal. I seen like a reel where your line was out the door. I was like, wait a minute now, what did I miss something? I missed the promo for this because I was like, what's going on? We having an event? Who there? Celebrity there? Who there? So,
oh my God,
I love it. I love it. So what strategies have been effective for attracting and retaining new customers?
I think my personality has a lot to do with it. I mean, you saw it when I came in. I'm like full of energy.
Yes.
I am very welcoming when people come in. What can I do for you? I'm here to service you. I'm here to be at service for you. You have to make your customer feel like they're at home, they're cozy. Offer them whatever they want. And as a small boutique, a small business, we can do that. Like take advantage of that. And let me start a fitting room for you. For a lot of people, when I was in college, I worked at Express at Fashion Fair. So I got to learn a lot of little strategies, like let me get that fitting room started for you, and then you start to upsell them. Like let me throw in this undershirt because it's going to look great under that blazer. Let me get you our best selling I don't know, dress pants or whatnot. So what are we shopping for today?
Yeah,
you know,
I love that.
As soon as they walk in, I try to get them in on some deals just so you know. You don't have to be kind of like on top of your customer. Just let them be free. But as soon as they walk in, welcome them, make them feel at home, and let them know, please let me know if you have any questions.
Here. Yeah.
I'm here. So that's definitely worked for me, is just being at service for them and letting them know I'm here for whatever you need. Any questions, just please let me know.
Yeah, I love that because I hate when I'm walking into the store and it's like a car dealership. I'm like, I just walked in. Can I see what you have first? Just let me know. Greet me, but don't be on my back.
Yeah, you have because you also have to study your industry, right? So I think when I began studying my industry was that people have like 6-second attention spans. It might be more or less now because it's been a couple years, but I know that our attention span is really small. So those first few seconds that they walk through the door, that's when you gauge them. Feel free to try anything on. The fitting rooms right there, just so you know. All our lashes are $3 or $5. And if there are any questions, please feel free to let me know. Yeah, so you just gotta, swing it up in those few seconds.
Yeah, I love that. Y'all, she dropping some gems, y'all. I hope y'all have your notepad, your notebook, whatever you use in your pen, because you're going to have to rewind that back. Many boutique owners have a deep passion for fashion. Can you describe a particular memorable or heartwarming moment related to your business that you can remember?
With a customer?
Yeah.
Yeah. I have a few.
Okay.
But one of them that has touched me lately is a customer of mine. She comes, if I have something new this weekend, she'll go and grab it. And I honestly feel, I don't know, I could be completely wrong, but I feel like she's in love with like the service that I give her.
The vibe.
The vibe. She just keeps coming back. And then in one of her posts, I think I did see that she had lost her daughter. And then it resonated. Like everything came full circle for me. Right. And I was, I'm not, everyone that knows me knows that I don't have a close relationship with my mom. So it's almost like a win-win. Right. So I love to cater to her and, have her in the store. And she's just so amazing. So I think that'll be that one. Yeah. I mean, you made me cry.
Girl, we can cry out here. Let's get some tissue. I love it. Yeah. I love it because I have a deep connection with my clients. Like my stuff is all about confidence, same with you. And just like I had, let me see. For me, it was like a client, I think I did a jaw lift on her, and she sent me a DM. Oh, we're gonna be up in here crying, y'all. She sent me a DM and she was like, I just want to tell you, thank you so much. Like, I haven't had confidence that I didn't want to be out just because I didn't like how my chin looked. And I was just like, oh my God. I think my sister was there. I was like, girl, I'm about to cry. Like, and it was that confirmation for me that like, okay, I'm living in my purpose. I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm touching people's life, and it's all love. I love it.
Absolutely. So, yes. Stay confident, stay selfie ready. That's my little logo.
Oh, I love that. Y'all gonna be seeing that. I'm gonna be tagging it. Like, I'm a tagger when I use it. Okay, sustainability or ethical fashion is gaining importance in the industry. How does your boutique approach these issues when it comes to like ethical or like sustainability?
Ooh, it's hard. Let me tell you, it's so hard because I have a very strict schedule. And when it comes to buying items online, it's hard because I never know what I'm going to get. And I like to be 100% honest with my customers. When I get an item that I thought I was going to sell for, I don't know, $50 and I get it and I'm like, this is not even worth what I bought it for. Instead of returning it, if I don't have the option to return it, I will be 100% honest with my customers. Like, hey, I'll do a story, I'll go live, I will do whatever I can. And I'm just like, just so you know, this is not what I thought. It's going to be see-through. It has no stretch.
I love that.
I give them all the details. And I think that's how I've gained a lot of my customer base, is by being incredibly detailed and honest. This is what you're going to get, and this is why it's $25. This, you know what I mean? So I try to basically back up my word.
Y'all drop a comment when y'all see this part on here. Which, like, that is very important about transparency. And I think that for all of her clients and customers, that's probably one of the reasons why you shop with her and been loyal customers, because she's transparent. I love that. 100%. I absolutely love that.
I would not be able to sleep at night if I was just out here selling $50 pieces and promising them something.
Right.
That's, no.
I can't even say how many times I've bought pieces. I'm like, you know you're wrong for this. Why are you selling this for $50? And you know.
Or 80. Or
right.
100.
Don't play. You know, you knew this when you put this on your website. Come on now. Let's be for real.
Yeah, it's hard.
Yeah. So I love that. And that definitely is very important, I know, to consumers and clients for sure. Balancing a creative side of fashion with business aspects can have challenges. Could you share some insights on how to manage financial or operational aspects of your boutique? Because I know us as all business owners be struggling with this.
100%. I think it's so hard, especially when you're one person, right? I mean, you're one person and you're the one taking care of I don't have anybody else. I have myself.
It's everything.
Yeah, I do everything. I do. Luckily, now that my daughter is old enough, she's 16, if I have to take a day off, I'm like, girl, you know how to open and close. I go by, drop her off, and she does her thing. But it's really, really hard because maybe when they pull up, they're expecting to see me. Right?
Like, hold on, I don't know you.
Yeah, right? Yeah. So
how you gonna style me?
yes. So it's hard, but also learn to take a day off for yourself and come visit her body bar on your day off.
Shameless plug.
But financials are very important, 100%, because like I said earlier, we're in business to make money, not break even. And you also have to set a standard for yourself as you're growing. So maybe at the beginning, I get it, you're just starting off and you're doing what you can to get by. But as the years go by and you gain all this experience of how to do it and how not to do it, your standard also has to be elevated. And the price points you have to be able to show for it, right? Absolutely. So I personally love to grab the item and make sure I touch it and I feel it and I try it on before I put a price on it.
Right.
That's one. And two, when I look at the price, I want to make sure that I'm getting enough profit, but that the customer is also happy. So you got to look at all these points before you even. So a lot of people tell me like, oh my gosh, how much is I know it's not here yet, but how much is it going to be? And I'm just like,
give me a second.
Yeah, give me a second. Let it arrive. I just wanted to put this sneak peek out there. So that's hard. And then having to still create is another one, because you have these new arrivals coming, but not only are you thinking about the price points and what you're hopefully going to make, but you're also thinking about how am I going to teach them to wear this. So yeah, you wear so many hats, and it's not easy because like myself, I still have a family. I had a job up until I just quit my job, so I just fired my boss.
Period. You heard it. Period. That's goals right there. How did that feel? Let's jump on that real quick. How did that feel to be I quit?
It was hard. It was really hard because you have this part of yourself that's like, I'm good, I'm secure. That bag is there whether, no matter what. And then you're also happy because you're like, now I get to go hard on what I love and the passion that I have for fashion and makeup. So it was hard. It wasn't as easy as it sounds. But now that it's been 2 or 3 weeks, I feel so good. Like getting up and being able to take my kids to school.
I was like, this is me. I don't have to ask nobody for no time off. Okay.
No. It's been really like, I didn't have to ask for a day off for today.
Yeah.
I would have had to ask for a day off.
Absolutely.
And here we are.
Yeah, absolutely.
I got up, I hung out with the kids, I did my thing, and I came straight over here. So it's nice. It's nice now. Yeah. It's nice right now.
Was there a particular moment or something that like told you like, okay, this is it. It's time.
There was a lot of changes at work.
Okay.
And I think my manager, God bless her heart, she's the best and last manager I've ever had in my life. And I can tell you that with everything in my heart. It was almost like having a heart to heart. And she was like, you're just so amazing. Like there's just so many great things. Your potential is out of this world. Like if you pursue makeup and fashion, like you're going to go so many places. And a lot of people don't know this, but before COVID or during COVID, I actually worked at a real estate office helping a couple of my friends that are in the industry. And ever since, because they see my potential and everything, they're like, you should come back and work for us. So there's a little something in the works.
Okay.
So I'm not fully like, obviously, Selfie Ready is always going to be my number one. That's going to be my priority over everything. But yeah, like I feel like I'm okay with real estate and Selfie Ready, 100%.
I see that going together. Everybody stay tuned. She giving you a little sneak peek.
Yes, I am.
Okay, as a boutique owner, let me go back. So when you were talking about like bringing your kids, your daughter is 16. Do you have her on payroll?
No, not yet, because she does it every once in a big while.
So that's I'm dropping a little gem for y'all. Put her on payroll. Okay. So I've learned that over my daughter's 7. You can put them on as early as I think 7. You put them on payroll. I think you can pay them up to like $12,000 a year. So that helps you out with tax breaks. And you have an employee. So yeah, definitely look into that. We'll talk off camera on that. But if you have like a child, 7 or up, I believe. Let me double check that, but I think it's 7. It got to be 7 or up because I have my daughter. But it might be 6. I don't know. Let me double check. Up to $12,000 a year you can pay your child.
Wow.
So put that baby on payroll. Put her on payroll. I don't know what you use. If you do ADP or you don't have any employees, but you can do that. Or I use Square. So Square has payroll.
They do.
So yeah, you can definitely put her on payroll.
Ooh, 100%.
Yeah, and that helps you out at the end of the year.
Even if it's like every once in a big while.
Because you can really put her on payroll, or you can put her on as a 1099.
Let's go. There it is.
We're going to talk.
Look at her.
I was thinking about when we were talking, I was like, wait, I got to tell her that. I got to not forget to tell her that. So as a boutique owner, you're likely to face your fair share of challenges. Can you share a specific experience that had significant impact on your journey as a business owner?
A specific event.
Yeah. It might have been right now. We might have just covered that because she quit her job, y'all.
Yeah. Let me see if I can think of anything else that might have impacted my journey. Right now, no. Let's see, repeat the question. Maybe I'll think of something.
So, is there anything specifically that has impacted your challenges or triumphs that have impacted your journey as a
Yes, I think finances, 100%. I wish I can pour. I get a lot of like, this is it? This is all you have? Or, things like that. But a lot of people don't know that my business is self-funded. I've never received any kind of grants. I've never received any kind of money from outside of my own pocket. And when I say my own pocket, it's not like husband, baby daddy, parents, nothing. Everything has solely been Jessica Carla. So if I work 8 to 5, that money is pouring back into not only like my kids and, everyday things, but it's pouring into Selfie Ready because I see the potential and I see how much more it can grow. And yeah, that has been like, I think one of the number one things, but nonetheless, I believe wholeheartedly in my business and what I do that it's go time.
Yeah,
every
absolutely.
day.
I love it.
Yeah.
So let me see on finances. If that was a challenge, like I'm dropping some gems on this one. Okay. So there is some here in the Central Valley. If you're looking for like to take it to the next level, if you're ready for the loans, 'cause I know a lot of people are like scared to take loans out, and it's okay. Like I was the same way with like all my businesses. This is now my third business. I was so scared to like ask for money. I was like, no, self-funded. I don't want to have debt. Right. And then I realized like being in the business for so many years, like, okay, the big wigs, they use other people's money. Why am I using my own money? So that's something, don't be afraid of that. Make it make sense. Don't like be in debt and you're not making money and can't pay that loan back. But if you're making profit, it's okay to use somebody else's money to elevate your business. There's what I used before is Access Capital. Shameless plug. Plugging y'all. Access Capital, I used, my rep was Nigel there. He was phenomenal with getting me a grant. He made the process like seamless. So if you are a business owner that you're looking for like capital, I would definitely reach out to Access Capital. What I love about them is because they work specifically with Central Valley businesses. So, you might bank with Wells Fargo, which you should not be because y'all seen the blogs. Anyways, but those big box banks, like they shut small businesses down, and depending on like what your business is coded as, like they're not going to give you money anyways. They're just like, I ain't trying to work with you. And sadly to say, like a lot of like minorities don't get them grants just because you're a minority. They won't say it, but that's why. Yeah. And that's the reason. So I love Access Capital because they work with the SBA, they get you the loan, they help you through the process and set it up. So if you're looking for funding, definitely reach out to Access Capital. I need me an affiliate link. No,
this is turning out to be a whole lot of golden nuggets for everybody.
Absolutely. So that is one for sure. But don't be afraid of that. And another thing I see. Well, finances, a lot of businesses just don't know is how to set your business up right. So like having your LLC, S Corp, whatever it will be, and setting it, like having your business account and having money separate. That's the one, a big thing I always hear, like, oh no, I got Cash App, it's going in my account. And definitely it sounds good because, okay, we're not having to pay taxes. And I get why y'all doing it. But in the long run, when you're like 3-4 years into your business and now you're like, okay, now I'm ready for funding, you don't have nothing to show.
Nope.
You can't show the bank nothing. You've been making money, but it's not on paper. You can't show them like, oh, here's my Cash App. Here, I've been making money. They're not looking for that. They need your P&L. They need your balance sheet. 100%. And that's stuff that I learned later in the game. And I always have my business account separate. But when it comes to like watching that and watching your money and stuff like that, or having systems, and that's what like things like Square. I know y'all don't like them, but everybody, it's a business too. I know they got to take their little percentage out. But those type of things have like the reports.
Last one, a lot of people tell me, or I still see a lot of businesses when you go to pop-ups and stuff have like all their little, and I get it, like maybe for that day, if you don't do a lot of pop-ups, it's cool. But I personally love to do everything via Square.
Yeah, I gotta see my money.
Yeah, I have to see my money, but also like I have other goals. Like I want to buy maybe a house, maybe I want to buy a car, and I want to be able to show what I make, so I 100% agree on that one. For sure, keep it separately, and also keep it. I have like a funny story from one of my really good friends that also has a boutique. And one day she didn't have a business account, and she didn't have she didn't have separate accounts. And one day, one of the vendors, she had pre-ordered something, forgot, and they went and snatched the money when she had to go and pay for rent, for her house.
Shoot.
Yes, so that's very important. Keep your money separately. Have your business account and then have your personal checking account, because things like that can happen.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, we still got to live. We got to eat. We got to feed the kids.
For sure.
So.
I would have been pissed.
Yeah, she freaked out. She calls me, and I was like,
"What do I do?
What?" And I was like, "You don't have two separate accounts." She's like, "No." I was like, "Yeah, you need it, girl."
Yeah, and another thing, paying yourself. Do you pay yourself out?
Yes. Oh, 100%. Because then I would feel like it's not worth it.
Yeah.
What am I doing?
Yeah, but I think a lot of people okay, I got the business account, so I'm just going to be using that debit card and not realizing no, you need to pay yourself out, whether it's weekly, monthly, whatever it is, you need to pay yourself out
100%.
and have it set up. So that's why I like things like Square, because you can set yourself up on payroll, have it coming out, so you're having your money separate, and you're seen too. But you definitely need that, and the LLC. Those are really important, because in me with the service base, if I don't have an LLC, they gonna come after me. The LLC will protect you. And then once you get into other brackets, you need to switch over to an S corp, because that helps you get with tax.
What was your experience turning over to? When did you know I'm ready for an LLC?
Oh, child. So I came in with the LLC. So backstory, I don't know if you guys, whoever's listening, if you've heard the other episodes, but I started off, my first business was, I can't even tell you the area, Lord, I'm not even gonna try to think. But I started off with a natural hair care company when I was living in Atlanta. And that was my learning curve. That's when I learned everything, because I was doing the Cash App and all that stuff, and then learned oh wait, I need to have my money separate. So I was doing that. Did I incorporate it? No, I didn't incorporate it until maybe a year or two into it. I got my name, and then when I started watching podcasts and being around other entrepreneurs, I learned oh dang, I need to first go check this name, because I might be doing all this work and someone gonna snatch it from me because they have the name. And so I learned about that. I learned about trademarks. I didn't have any of them trademarked, so I was just living life by the grace of God that nobody didn't have that name, and I didn't put all this work in, and they come snatch my stuff from me. But I trademarked her body bar, so don't come for me. But yeah, that was, I came into it with the LLC, just knowing it, just, learning over the years and through the businesses. I'm like, okay, we coming right in the gate, because really with the LLC, you have to have it. You can't even get a business account without an LLC. You have to have that. You have to have an EIN before, if you go to a bank without an LLC, they're not going to let you open an account. Yeah.
And then would you say that you're glad you took that step into the LLC? You wouldn't change things?
No. What I'm still trying to learn is if you should jump right into an S corp type thing, because I'm at the point where I'm hitting a new bracket. And so I think my accountant was because I'm at the end of the year what? How? So
it's a good problem to have.
Right.
Though.
It's a good problem to have. But I'm okay, how we fix that next year? So that's what I'm trying to establish, with starting, if I start another business, should I just jump right into an S corp? So that's what I'm trying to learn right now. It might be something most people say hey, just start. But the S corp is going to help you have the umbrella.
I love that. And I think it's important for everybody to know too that entrepreneurs, that's how you learn, by doing it. It's trial and error.
Absolutely.
100%. No one sits there and it's okay, A goes first, then B, and then C's gonna be a little rough.
Right.
But don't worry, you'll get to D real quick.
Right.
No one does that. You just gotta do it and figure it out.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah. And I think that's why it's so important. That's why I started Boss Babe Conversations, just to be around other women and let's figure it out. I don't know everything. You might know more than me.
So much. Girl.
You might know something I don't know, and vice versa. So let's just come together and let's figure this out together.
Let's do it.
For sure.
Yeah, love that.
What advice do you have for anybody aspiring to open a boutique? Because you've been dropping some gems, but what particular tips would you have? Girl, do this.
100% cater to your customer, and also know what customers to cater to, because you're going to get to a point where you're kind of catering to everybody because that's what you're used to, because you're on go mode. I just got to cater to everybody. but you gotta know the difference. Like this customer is always kind of wasting my time and never buys anything, when I can be entertaining the 5 behind her that are willing to pay whatever, you know? So know the difference. Know the difference between your customers and who to entertain and who not to. That doesn't mean leave that person on red.
Right.
But it's like still be, you know, courteous and, you know, just learn your ways and always stay nice. Like no matter how much they
It's
try
hard
to break
sometimes.
you. I know it's so hard, but if you have to take a step back, you know, especially if it's like me, I deal with a lot of DMs 100%. If I have to take a step back, I'll just take a step back. And then when I'm ready to answer in a nice and efficient manner, then I'll go back and I'm like, hey, sorry, I was a little busy, but... And then I give them the answer. So it's hard. It's not easy. And then know to keep, you will make a lot of friends and like a lot of your customers will become your friends, but also know who to befriend and who not to befriend, because it can get, there's a lot of thin lines.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I think that would be one of my number ones. And then I think also, like you said, pay yourself, because if you don't pay yourself, you're just going to be feeling like you're like stuck in this circle. And the best thing you can do is reward yourself for your hard work.
Absolutely. What about self-care? What kind of self-care do you do? I love self-care. That's really big to me. So I want to know, what you be doing for self-care?
Self-care. Let's see here. What are my favorite things? I'm very, because I'm not home a lot, I'm always either...
On the go.
All the time. I'm always getting ready for something. So I think a good self-care day is going and grabbing some coffee, going back home and maybe watching Netflix, catch up on something that I haven't watched or been wanting to watch. I love to read, but I think as of lately, I've been more into like podcast. 100%. I've been just like, what else can I learn? What else? I love to watch. I think her name is Laura and Manny. They're a podcast. I think it's called Full Coverage. So FOOL, Full Coverage. And they're also self-funded. They have self-funded businesses. So I love to take, they're huge influencers, but they also go through the struggle of self-funding their own businesses and, you know, everything that we do.
Yeah.
And on their level and their scale, it's harder because they have to order huge quantities in order to get fair pricing and then still be able to give that to the consumer at a fair price.
Absolutely.
So I absolutely love to listen to their business story. So I think self-care is definitely podcasts, grabbing some coffee, going home, relaxing, catching up with my like cleaning and you know that's very soothing. Oh, I love to clean my closet because I find so many things.
Right? Like, hold on. Oh, where's this whole thing?
That's definitely a self-care day for me, is being home because I'm hardly home.
Right. Do you do anything like massages, like facials type of thing?
No, I've never had a facial. So fun fact, I've never.
Oh yeah, we gotta get her esthetician. Girl, you'll be in love. You will be in love. You'll be like, girl, what have I been doing?
I had like a mini facial because I do have a friend that's an esthetician. So she wanted to practice laminating brows. Okay. So she did that. She's like, I'll do a mini facial. And it was nice. It was nice. I took all the mimosa stuff. Yeah. We hung out and chilled.
I love that.
Yeah.
Well, shameless plug. Mahogany does facials now.
She does.
She does.
Okay,
so, but definitely I would look into find a esthetician that works for you because baby, you will not turn back. Like it's everything. Massages too are really important to me. I need to get back on it. I used to be like when we were like first starting out, I was getting like massages like every week. I was doing too much sometimes. But definitely once a month at least for sure. I'm starting to try to break into I'm scared though, going to the chiropractor.
I love chiropractors.
You go?
Yeah. I grew up when I first graduated college, I was actually a medical assistant for like 7 years.
What? Fun facts. Okay,
fun
we dropping
facts.
facts.
And my first couple of jobs were with chiropractors, so I know like all about like getting adjusted. I've been adjusted during like my pregnancy. I was getting toes, hands, everything adjusted.
I'm scared. I've been watching videos. I think I watched one of what's her name? Dang, she was on Wild 'N Out. What's her name? Girl.
There's a couple girls on there.
Right. What she got a podcast too. What's her doggone name? B. Simone. I was like, Lord, sorry if you seeing this, so don't get me. But she did one. It was like a celebrity chiropractor and he popped her neck and she was like, I'll be I was like, I'm scared. I'm really scared.
I can pop mine right now. Watch.
Girl. See, I'm scared. I think I'll be good like with my back, but I think if they get to trying to pop my neck, I'm gonna be like, okay, hold on. I'll be the one like, hold on. Okay, go. Hold on.
I love it. I'm like, what else can you pop?
What? Oh my God. I'm gonna get into it for sure. Okay, well, thank you so much for being here.
No, thank you so much for inviting me. This was so much fun.
Oh my gosh. So tell everybody how we can find you. And and you guys go give my girl a follow.
Yeah, so it's selfie_ready on Instagram. And then I do have a location. So I operate mostly online, Instagram, and my website, selfieready.co. And then I have a physical location here in Fresno. So I started off with a small location in Fair Garden Loop, but we are now in downtown Fresno, across the street from the Modernist, at Sun Stereo Warehouse.
Yes, you heard it. Yeah. Go girl. Wait, it's Selfie with a C.
A selfie with a C.
So, okay.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Well, thank you so much for inviting me.
All right, y'all. Well, y'all stay tuned.
I know. Bye.